this. Right, so yeah, welcome back guys to another stream for tonight. Yeah, I think without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, so the point for today is try to fix some rigging on the armors, especially on the joints. So I did some research on how to achieve that. So some part of the joints already have this new measure. So the joint is kind of, yeah, pretty much like this. It's already working. I tested on my own offline print. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, the joints works pretty fine. Also the legs. Yeah, at some extent, like if you try to move it too much like this, of course there's will be clipping, and that's kind of normal because yeah, of course there's a limit to the joints. So yeah, I think that's okay. That's fine. But yeah, as long as uh it looks kind of, rotates like mechanically, I think that's fine. Okay, so yeah, basically what I'm going to do today is continue on that, and probably if later I cannot, like, maybe cannot find a good solution for certain joints, I think I probably will start working on the UV on prep of some of these metals plates. Okay, so yeah, for now I will try to fix this part. I kind of want to adjust this a bit, especially when it folds. So as you can see, there's a bit of clipping right there, so I want to fix that. So what I'm going to do is track these parts, something like that. Maybe we can keep it like that for now. Yeah, I think I will need the client feedback, alright, but that. Maybe we can, like, maybe make it wider. We can. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Like, of course, there's some clipping. That's kind of inevitable. But yeah, so far so good. Okay. Yeah, I think we can move on to the hands here. So far, if I move this, the joints on the knee, on the elbow, is working properly, but for the hands, we need to create a mesh. So when the hand twisting is kind of works for now, because there's this kind of gear that rotates following the hands, but for the hand itself is can rotate it at any angle. So I think I will use a sphere probably for this joints. So yeah, let's create a sphere. So I'm going to select that. So let me just copy the rotation. Okay. Oops. Then I will create a new sphere. Probably just be 12 and be 16. 16 by 8 maybe. Maybe by 10. Maybe by 12. Yeah, I think 10 is fine. Okay, let's scale it down. Then I will copy the rotation that and then rotate it. So if you ever watch Star Wars movies, or maybe like an old planes or something like that, you kind of have this like turrets, right? So yeah, I think I will create that mechanism for the hand here. So let me think. Yeah, but that size. Maybe a bit deeper, I guess. Yeah, let's keep it like this for now. So the idea is going to delete this area. Let's do some part of it like that. And then we can connect them. Sure. Yeah, kind of like Lego joints. This I think it should be like this. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's looks uh looks correct. Okay, so then I will create a new cube and scale it down. And I will copy the rotation like that. Scale it down again. Yeah, I think it should be thicker. I think. Yeah, but let's try to test this first. So basically I wanted to like rotate on the y-axis like that. So there's like a limit to this. So when it hits certain points, it cannot goes beyond that. Mm, yeah. Mm, but on the real hand, I think real hand does not rotate like this. Mm, oh, what if I limit the rotation instead? Let's see. So we go to limit rotation, local, so it does not move. So the allowed rotation should be the x-axis and the y-axis. Hmm. Mm, yeah, I'm thinking so harder now. I think this is good enough. Like the rotation should be limited to rotates on Y and should not able to rotate at Z axis because I think that's kinda a normal hand should rotate. But why it's not working now? Correct me here. You already take it as local space, but hmm, yeah, let's use this idea here. But yeah, I think I will modify this a bit. I think I will make it a bit wider. It's 3.4. 3.4. Mhm. I think I will mirror this instead so I can work on this one side. Okay. Okay, what if I make it this way? Let's try to parent this to the bone. So go to the weight bin and select the hand and assign the weight. It's just crazy. Yeah, I think that will work, but kinda too wide, right? There's like a ton of clippings right there that we need to adjust. Mm, how about if we use the existing one that I have here? Let's copy that. Let's make it wider, I guess. Yeah, I think that will works. Okay, yeah, let's reuse my old one. But I kind of want to adjust the shape first to make sure it's fits. So I should kind of poking out a bit. Mm. Gonna try to connect this. Yeah, I should have made a mirror modifier instead. Like it's kind of a bit tedious here, but that's okay. Yeah, it's kind of like a bit exercise. I think that looks good. Yeah, it looks very mechanical. Probably I need to increase the thickness a bit. Okay, And also this one. That. Okay, let's see. I think that's a bit too thick. Let's scale it down again. Maybe we need to adjust the hands instead. Or maybe not. Yeah, it's kind of too thick. I think that's a good amount. Okay, so yeah, probably I need to adjust the hand instead. To make it a bit thicker. Okay. So now we have the joints. Now it's time to rig this. But before that, let's make sure it's aligned properly. Let's select all of this. I mean this one. Then we can push it back. Like that. Is it the correct way? No, that's not. Sorry. Let's try again. So I should have select this one and then push it back like that. Now you're talking. Right. Okay, so yeah, we need to adjust the position of the of this bone. So I'm going to place it at these joints. So yeah, I'm going to revert the reference bone and then rematch it again like that. Okay, so yeah, let's try to bind this mesh to the bones. So Control P, the groups, go to the weight bin, select all of this mesh and assign. Same thing with this one. The weight bin, assign. There you go. Okay, so that's not what I want. Yeah. Okay, that's not correct. Yeah, the bone should not like rotates like this. I think if I try to move my hands, I can actually like move my arms, right? Yeah, this is not a good solution, guys. We waste the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not going to work. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we should have used the sphere for this. Okay, so that's fine. You can always redo the thing. Did I? Yeah, this one, right? So yeah, but yeah, even so, it's not like logically correct to rotate sphere like this. Mm, this one does. Okay, so I should have used this sphere as the root. Okay, yeah, let's try again. That's why. Uh, yeah. So basically, the stream is not a tutorial anyway. So it's like a live modeling. So in case you guys have any question, just feel free to ask. I would be very happy to answer. Okay, so we need to somehow able to insert this into this sphere, which I'm trying to figure out how. One way is probably like reduce the size a bit, maybe around it. So basically it will rotate along the sphere like that. But of course we need to like uh, put a hole on that. Yeah, let's see. Maybe we can just cut this part. So we duplicate this and then let's hide this first. Okay, like that. Then I think I will join this first. Oh, welcome, Havis. I did not notice your chat. Sorry. Yeah, we're actually getting Mac commission here. Which is, it's kind of my first time making this kind of model. So yeah, there's a lot of research here. Yeah, I think can, I don't know. Yeah, I think we can like extrude this to the inside. Something like, kind of rotates along the inside. I think it's something like that. Yeah, even Kundam does not have this, if I'm not mistaken. They're like kind of uh, solid joints like this one. So it cannot rotates like, it's only rotates like an x-axis. So it cannot rotate like that. But yeah, I'm trying to make it flexible as much as possible. Mm, yeah, we could do that. We could do this. So that, then I will separate this for now. And this one too. Yeah, at first I thought it's going to be very simple, but oh no, the joints are like a very hard thing to do here. Yeah, luckily the client willing to pay extra. So yeah. I'm very grateful for that. Mm, something like that. Mhm. I think something like that should work. Yeah, there's a lot of mesh here. I'm confused. Which one is which one? Okay, yeah, something like this. So it's kind of rotates. Oh, sorry. Where is it? Rotate as the axis. Kind of rotate like that. And then this will control the movement. Yeah, basically the idea is something like that. Yeah, I should have copied these. Anyway, I think it's already enough. We don't need to like go for circle. Or maybe we need. Oh no. Yeah, I should have copied that. Because it's a little go full like that. Yeah, yours must be a way. Let's see. Let's try to copy this. Then rotate it like that. Yeah, kind of a bit tricky, but it should do the thing. Not sure if that's the perfect circle. It seems not. Yeah. Yeah. It won't be noticeable anyway. So yeah, let's just do this. Okay, and then I just need to fill that gaps. Like that. Right. Ooh. So yeah, something like that. I guess. I think we can make it a bit deeper. Then mark some of this part as sharp. Mark sharp. There we go. Yeah, we'll join these two together. Then we can move it a bit to the inside, so it's not very visible. Kind of the joint is not very visible. Maybe just tiny bit like that. Oops. I think that's good enough. Okay, so let's reposition the joints again. Go to the RP, edit reference, and place it right there. And run. Enable this deform thingy. Then parent this, Control P, empty groups. Then go to the awake pane, select this part, and then apply the weight. This one, apply the weight. Where is it? There we go. Oh, is it? Oh no! Okay, so this part should be a square. I mean, a sphere. Sorry. Ah. So yeah, basically, kinda can goes like this a bit. Like on a real hands, you can do that, but not by much. So yeah. But yeah, the inside should be a sphere. So yeah, what I'm talking about is this one. It should not be a flat surface, but should be a sphere. Okay, yeah, let's fix that. Thing should be fixable and pretty quick too. So I just create a new sphere. Oh man, wait. Let's create a new sphere. Get it down. Copy the rotation here. Like that. Scale it up a bit until it matches with the geometry. And so instead of this one, I'm going to delete all of this. And then just delete that. And then join this sphere like that. Okay. I got this. Yeah, this was unexpected, but yeah. Okay, let's try again. Control B, empty groups, do the weak pane. Okay, so select this sphere, assign. Okay, now it should be correct. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. So there's a limit, of course. We cannot like make mechanical stuff like organic muscle, but yeah, it's pretty much looking good. Okay, nice. I kind of want to make it less visible, like that. Probably about -0.5. So same thing with the with this one. So grab it minus beyond 5. Alright. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay, so let's move on to the other joints. But before that, let me tidy up this part. Okay. Yeah, I think we also need to mirror this. So go to mirror, then mirror like that. Okay, so the next part is going to be the joints between the shoulder here, which is going to be very interesting part because I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that. I think it's going to be very similar with this. So yeah, let's try to copy. Then scale it just enough to fill the hole. and instead I think the way our arms rotates is let's see, let me copy the rotation first. So the way our arms works is it rotates in this side, so I need to rotate this by 90 degree like that. Okay, there's a lot of objects here. I mean, not all of them should be like mechanical, I think. Like if let me try to find some reference. So yeah, like this 3D model, like Warhammer armor. Yes, you can see on the this armpit is actually a fabric. Oops. So yeah, it's not necessary all of them to be mechanical, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, but let's see if this kind of works or not. If not, then I think I will I will teach this for a moment and then just work on the other stuff probably just unwrapping these 3D models first. Okay. I think I need to position it somewhere in the middle of this hole. The quick way should be like this. Place it right there. Something like that. Okay, let's try this beta selection. We'll remove all of these vertex groups. So it rotates like that, and then oops. It can also rotates like that. I think this is a good solution actually. Yeah, let's do this. So to do this, I need to somehow connect this part with this one, which I don't know how. So let's try to figure it out. Okay. I'm thinking maybe we can cut across these lines. But before that, let me just make a quick up in case I messed up something. Okay, so let's focus on this area. So yeah, we need to cut these lines like that. Then somehow still able to retain the shape. Oops. Like that. Okay, so yeah, we did something like that. So logically I should be able to connect this But yeah, as you can see, the position is not kind of aligned properly. This is because the bones is not located at the center of these joints. So yeah, what's next is we need to position that right there. Yeah, let's try to wait a sec. Go to RP, edit reference bound, and then no, I cannot do that. Is there a way like snap? Let's see. So Blender has these magnet tools. But I'm not sure if we can snap to the cursor. Yeah, it's not supported. But yeah, I think you can still make it possible by snap it across the grid. Oops. Let's close this menu. So we can, it is possible. That is kind of a bit tricky. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's go back to this. Where is it? This one. Oops. Yeah, I think we can copy the rotation. But not the location. Wait. If I place it right there. Wait a second. What's going on here? Yeah, why it's not aligned properly? I'm confused. Oh, I know. Sorry. So since I already moved this, so I need to move all of this too. So I did like use these snaps. Mhm. And it should be properly aligned, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Okay, it also should able to rotate just fine. There's a lot of stuff. Let's reparent these arms again back to the armature. Control P, anti groups. There we go. Okay, so yeah, next step is try to connect these joints with these joints. So yeah, let's try to figure out how. But before that, let me just always copy your model. Because in case you make something wrong and you don't have a backup, it will be a problem. So at center somewhere right there. Okay, I think I can just join this. Can I? Can I? Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, now as you can see, somehow we need to able to connect all of those vertex. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, let's try. Just try. Go like that. Oops. Like that. Like that. Not like that. Okay. Nice. Yeah, it doesn't really need to be very accurate here. As long as it works, then it works. Yeah, that's not what I want. It's kind of poking out right now. Yeah, let's revert back, guys. It's not working. Let's delete that. And then bring back our backup here. Yeah, to be honest, we don't really need to be very accurate. Yeah, sometimes I just feel like to to focus too much focus on the quality that that makes you know thing that should be simple turns out uh yeah, I think I can just delete this like that and then it should be fine. Edit the reference. Apply the armature, Control P, empty groups, then go to the weight paint, choose this, I don't know what it's called. Wait, did I forget to match the rig? Yeah, let's try again. Go to the weight paint, select this. Yeah, yeah, I think I should lock the shoulder because should not able to do this, right? Okay, yeah, let's just lock the shoulder rotation here. So I'm going to, yeah, but before that, let's apply the weight paint first. Yeah, let's test this. Yeah, I think that looks pretty okay, I guess. Everything looks mechanical. Yeah, I did rig the fingers on the last train, but I I kind of want to remake that because it's not you know, it's not the way that I want. Okay. Okay, so the rotation is not correct here. Let's rotate that to 90 degree. Wait a second. Oh no, I missed this part. How do I fix that? Okay, let me see. So I do have this breakup right here. The location is not. How about this one? So let me duplicate this and then maybe make a new collection. Yeah, there's something that I needed to fix is this alignment because the shoulder, I mean the elbow is moved just a bit, and I forgot to select this. As you can see, it's not properly at the center. So yeah, let's fix that. Should be very simple, like that. So now, yeah, okay, now it's fixed. But the rotation is not. I keep forgetting things. Look at that. There we go, finally. Yeah, obviously there's a clipping there that it is inevitable. It is what it is. But yeah, I already do anything that I can to make it mechanical and not clip to each other. But yeah, sometimes there's some part that it is not in fixable. Alright. Yeah. Before I forget, let me lock this bone rotation. So limit rotation and limit one of this part. Local space. And also this one. Limit rotation. Local space. There we go. Here we go, guys. But don't you think it looks like feminine? Is it because the post? Let me check. Yeah, I think it's because the post. Yeah, it should look like this to make it, you know, manly. And then the leg should like spread a bit like that. Right, but we got the idea. Okay, so yeah, I think I need to apply some of the modifiers that I made. Okay, especially these joints. So, okay. Okay, now the final joint is this legs. Now, I don't think I'm able to do this in this frame. I think I need some research on how to achieve the joints on this pelvis. Okay, so yet wait, I think there's some accessory that I need to fix there. This one, right? Mm, yeah, the rotation is not the same. Let's see. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, so I need to automate this, I don't know, the plates. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it's enough for the joints for today. It made me crazy. Okay, so I think what's next I want to do is try to unwraps each of these plates one by one. So when we going to texture all of this, we already prepare with the UVs. So yeah, I'm going to just going to do that. Before that, let me copy this. I always make a backup in case I messed up something. Right, so yeah, let's start with this one. I think I already have a temporary texture for this. Not type. This. Where is it? So I have this stem material. If I go to texture mode, you can see we can already make some UV unwraps. Okay, so let's begin with this. Just simple unwrap, I guess. Then we can also make it quadrify. Nope, I think that's not a good idea. Okay, so that's done. We can go to here, select all of these lines, Maxim, just unwrap them. Then we can make this as quad like that. Okay, we can select these parts, Maxim, then unwrap this, unwrap, and make it quadrify. Okay, that's done. Let's move on to this one. So it should be pretty much also the same methods. Okay, unwrap, and then quadrify. And then I will mark this as finish. Oops. And then I think I can repack this. So back island. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to the easiest one. This one. Yeah, I did already prepare some UVs there, but it needs some manual adjustment. Okay, let's undo this, and then for this one, let's like that, and then quadrify. Yeah, it's not the way that I want. Let's try again. Maxim. You know what? Let's just do this. Maxim and unwrap again. Why there's still some circle? Which one is causing that? Oh, wait, what is wood? What? That's interesting. I already put a sim here, but for some reason it's not working. Anyway. Okay, that's done. Mark this as finish. Okay, let's move on to this arm. some part is already marked, but some part are not yet. I think it's good. Let's unwrap this. Oops, I think I forgot to use the material. Unwrap. There we go. Now some parts can be quadrified, so I will select them and then quadrify. It's not the way that I want. Hmm. This is finish. There's some stretch right there. Let's see, how about if I I think it's fine, I guess. Yeah, let's keep it that way. Okay, let's move on to the other parts, which is this one. Put it and materials. This one should be simple too. Great to select this, mark sim and grabs, and then quadrify. Okay, now let's move on. Probably let's begin with this part of the legs. Let's just unwrap that first, then choose this area. Mark sim, mark sim, mark sim, mark sim, mark sim. So let's go. Oops. mark sim, and then unwrap and quadrify. Okay, that's not the one that I want. So maybe let's try to cut at this area like that. Mark sim and then unwrap and then quadrify. There we go. This is what I want. Okay, let's move on to this part. Mark sim. Mhm. Yeah, not all of them can be quadrify, but yeah, if possible, we always need to quadrify them. Okay, let's move on. I think I need to fix some of this part. Okay. Let's move on to this one. Should be simple here. Maxim and red quadrify if possible. Nope, it's not simple as I thought. Okay, so I think I should rotate this at 90 degrees. This one too. Okay, and then distribute his edges. Okay. And let's move on. I think the rotation is not correct here. Let's rotate this. Let's move on to this one. Okay. Right, so let's move on to this lower one. Nice, nice. Then let's move on to these diamonds. Okay. Let's move on to uh, let's start with the fabric here. I think this will be simple. Okay, let's do this part. Okay, so this part is kind of a bit complex. Okay, that's pretty complex. Okay, I think we can go with much more simpler, which is this shape. Design got that, what we can. It's done. Then we can move on to this circle thing on the back. Mhm. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, I think for the final one should be this one there. Yeah, yeah. Let's do the hands. Maybe it's good. Maybe this. But currently it's already 10 p.m. Yeah, I think I will finish that later. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all for this stream, guys. So basically, what we did today is trying to make a rig for these mechanical arms. And then yeah, pretty much like that. Okay, so yeah, we will continue this tomorrow. So I will see you next time.